the owner of PXG, GoDaddy, I believe some real estate and some other stuff. Absolute stallion, Bob Parsons.
Yeah!
The honor is mine, sir. The honor is mine. God, how are you?
If I was any better, brother, I'd be you.
No, I'm thinking the same thing. If I was any better, I'd be you, sir.
All right. Well, then it sounds like we need to switch.
Hey, well, I would love to. Okay.
You got it. That chair's weird. There you
I'm
go.
just going to take this driving range. You got the... Are we switching? We're not switching.
We're not switching.
I thought we were just going to switch right there and kind of make it all happen.
We'd have to practice first.
You have been remarkably successful, and I believe you were in the military too, right?
I was in the Marine Corps. Yeah, baby.
All right, Devil Dog. Okay, so you knew you were going to get into business before you got into the Marine Corps, or did you develop your business sense whenever you were in the Marines?
You know, it happened after I was in the Marine Corps, and what happened, Pat, is when I was a young kid, I grew up with nothing.
Okay,
I was
that.
I was terrible in school. Failed the 5th grade. Even nobody can ever take that away from me.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Every year was pass or fail. Was a photo finish. And when I was a senior in high school, I was failing most subjects. I discovered the opposite sex and booze.
There you go.
Right?
What?
Yeah, it doesn't really make for good grades.
Yeah, I agree.
So I joined the Marine Corps with 2 buddies. This is in 1968, and showed my teachers my orders, and they all passed me. All right.
Okay,
So then,
that's a good way to get through school.
and then we were in Paris Island in August, me and my buddies, and then we were carrying a rifle in Vietnam 6 months later.
Things change. Life comes at you quick there.
Well, back then it did.
Yeah, it comes real quick. You're at Vietnam, then you get through Vietnam, then you just become the greatest businessman in America?
Yeah. Then come back.
Come on!
Yeah, baby. I worked at a steel mill for a year as a laborer down at Sparrows Point, Maryland.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
We're
then,
from Pittsburgh, so Steel Mill is right down our fucking alley here.
Yeah, there you go. And then the University of Baltimore had this special deal for veterans, and I took them up on it, went to college, graduated magna cum laude.
Wow.
Now the reason that happened is the Marine Corps turned me around completely. I mean, they taught me discipline. I didn't have to like something if in order to do it. They taught me, I had a right to be proud, and they told me I could do a lot more than I ever dreamed I could. And that is the genesis of everything I've ever accomplished. Everything I ever accomplished, I owe to the United States Marine Corps.
Hell yeah. Come
go.
on.
Yeah,
Well, everything you've accomplished is a lot. We were looking it up. YAM, I believe, is the YAM Enterprises is the
Yam Worldwide.
Yeah.
YAM
YAM
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
And then you got PXG in there,
Yeah.
right? GoDaddy in there.
No, GoDaddy, I'm out of GoDaddy now.
Congrats. Smart.
Thank you.
Let everybody else handle that bullshit.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, PXG. You have Harley stores, I believe. Is that accurate? Was I looking at?
We have motorcycle dealerships, a bunch of them. I have a big hedge fund, shopping malls.
What?
Metal finishing.
Dude,
You name
everything
it.
cool
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
a part of.
Genius.
And you just find what you're interested in, then you figure out how you can add to it, how you can make a business through it.
Well,
like
there you go.
the golf clubs. I
Because-
assume you're just a big golf fan, and then all of a sudden you're like, how do I make the coolest golf brand that has ever existed? Because I think that's what you've done with PXG.
Well, that's what we work towards doing with PXG, and PXG number one, our leading product is an 0311 golf club, and I'll tell you what, there's nothing like it in the world.
How come?
And 0311 is a nod to the Marine Corps because that's their job code for a combat rifleman, which is what I was in Vietnam.
Hell yeah!
Come on.
How come the clubs? What did you want to make whenever you made the clubs? Forgiving clubs, obviously, ones that make people better golfers.
Well, everybody wants to be forgiven,
Yes.
especially if you come home late.
Amen.
Hoorah.
You know that, right?
You know, yeah, I do. I'm married.
I
Yeah,
know you know.
yeah. You're married as well. We all understand that. But whenever you put PXG together, what is the game plan? And then how many years are we into it now?
We started in 2013. We released our first clubs in 2015, and right now we're up to our 5th generation.
Let's go.
And the things that we do, we don't have a release schedule. We release golf clubs when we make a breakthrough, and they're significantly better than what we had before. Ooh. That's when the new stuff comes out. And our goal always is with our sticks, I don't care what level your game is at, When you hit them, you want them.
Oh, my God. What a beautiful marketing strategy. Here's Forged to Perfection, the PXG 0311. Forged wedges offer beauty and brains. Innovative technologies like full face grooves. Can you scroll back up, please? Full face grooves and high toe weighting work in tandem with a versatile sole designed to perform a variety of shots from virtually any turf condition. Sole design available in one sole design. These wedges are engineered to offer tremendous versatility and forgiveness. Available in chrome or extreme dark. You got to figure it out, bro. We've been staring at this thing right here, Sirius XM PXG golf simulator. People have been bombing your driver, I believe, over here. Obviously, AQ lives out here in Arizona. He uses your clubs. He loves your club.
I do.
In Indiana, you guys just opened a store. It's like one of the nicest stores in the area. You guys are taking over, man. Not an easy business to crack either.
It's a tough business to crack. This is the toughest business I've ever been in. But, see, I got an edge. And what my edge is, I love it. And as my dad always told me, Pat, when you love something, it tells you all its secrets.
Why is that? Because you'll commit more to it? You want it to get better?
You work harder at it. You know, you spend more time with it than somebody that's just there to turn a buck, right? And so over time, you know all the nuances, right?
Hell yeah.
And the things that really make the difference because, you know, the devil's in the details.
That's what they say. And the devil pays good.
Yeah.
Too much. Sometimes. Too many places.
So
how's your golf game?
So yesterday,
we
released our first golf ball.
Congratulations. Holy shit.
Let's go.
That's a big deal.
It's the extreme golf ball, and it is, we call it the one ball that does it all because guys always try to decide if they want a distance ball or a spin ball. This does both, and it is, I'll tell you what, it takes Titleist, Pro V1 and Pro V1X takes them downtown.
Whoa! Into the deep water, you're saying?
Yeah, so this thing is something. It is more accurate than any ball made.
Am I going to make more putts with this thing too?
I think so. And the other thing is the Titleists moved their price to $54.99 a dozen. Our ball is priced at not an introductory price. This is the price. We're $39.99.
Oh, $16 difference right there.
And if you've been in the military, you're police, law enforcement, firefighter, or EMT, you get $5 off.
All right. Hell yeah. Wow.
Come on, Bob. AJ has a question for you about PXG.
You mentioned it's the toughest business you've been in with all the businesses that you are involved in. What makes it the toughest? Like, what are the problems?
Well, you see, I've always been in a high-tech business where I was basically selling electronic impulses. Right? And when you're in that business, you don't have no manufacturing, no inventory. You don't have to worry about ordering not enough or too much, you know, and that sort of thing. Right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to kind of to do the technical stuff than it is to work on something that is
well, if you have the right
traditional,
people,
like golf clubs and golf balls and that sort of thing. So, you know, that's all new for me. So that's, you know, I'm kind of cutting my teeth.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to get honest opinions, too, from people on how they feel about the equipment. That's got to be tough, too, right? At the same time, do you have people you trust to try out all your new stuff?
Well, yeah, I do. You know, but the person I trust the most is myself.
Not a baby, Bob.
Because I don't bullshit myself.
Yeah.
At least not often. And
every once in a while you need to lie to yourself. Every once in a while.
Go.
Hey, you're looking taller.
You know, I tell myself I'm good looking.
Yeah, absolutely. Your glasses look good. Yeah, you are, Bob. Yeah, you're handsome.
Yeah, well, thank you, Pat.
Hey, no problem.
But you know, I know what it's like to hit a golf club and when the thing feels really good and when it performs and when it don't. Yeah. I've been playing golf long enough. I'm a middle-of-the-road golfer. You know, I had guys working for me. You know, they could hit hockey sticks and shoot par.
Yeah.
Right? But me, I can't. So the club's got to be good. And the moment it's not, I know instantly.
Man.
So
how is your game?
It's awesome.
Well, my game right now is not at the best. I just had a knee replacement.
Oh, yeah? Which one? Wow. Congratulations. New knee. We got a new knee.
And then right after that, I had back surgery.
New back.
So I haven't played much golf in 6 months, but I'm coming back.
Okay, and I heard you got a couple courses out here, too. Isn't that you?
Yeah, Scottsdale National.
I heard it's pretty good.
It is the Ducks Nuts, brother.
I heard that. I heard it's the nicest
it's
course in
Ducks
town.
Nuts. You know, it is 45 holes. It is fairways are wide open all
You're
the
a billionaire?
time.
You're a billionaire?
Huh?
You a billionaire?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
When that happened, did you realize it? Did you know it? And what changed for you? Like, for instance, you own a golf course now. You own golf clubs now.
Yeah.
You own a motorcycle store now.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
Did you? At what point was it like, oh, I've made it, and now I'm going to invest in things that I love, and I'm going to change these things? Because I feel like that's just not like your first instinct as somebody that comes from nothing and failed out of 5th grade. You know what I mean?
There you go.
At what
yeah.
moment do you look in the bank account and you go, oh, cool, I can fucking do whatever I want now? Like, does that just happen, or is there a whole moments? Like, why don't you have an NFL team yet?
Well, you know, I thought about buying an
There's
NFL
one up.
team.
2 weeks after the Super Bowl, Commanders are up.
Well, you know what? I once said, a guy asked me the other day, Michael Collins, you know who he is?
Yes,
Yeah,
Sport
Michael
ESPN
said,
caddy.
You know, when he was talking about the golf ball, he said, you said you never release a golf ball. And I said, Michael also said I never get married.
Things happen.
But I did, and it's one of the best things I've ever done.
Of course.
I tell myself.
Of course.
And it's just, you know, things change. But so I was going to try to buy an NFL franchise.
That's awesome.
But I bought the golf course instead. I put $330 million into this golf course. And I mean,
Is that normal, or is that just what you did?
Huh?
Is that how much a normal golf course would cost if you were to buy?
No.
You just said,
no.
fuck, I want to make this the best.
No, it's just what I did.
45
Because,
million.
first of all, you got to do something with your money, right?
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
there.
There you go. So we do that. When it comes to philanthropy, we move $1 million to charity every 14 days. All right.
Holy shit.
Hey, let's go. You're doing it right, bro.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, because there's a manual to becoming a self-made billionaire.
There
You know what I
you
mean?
go.
There's a lot of shit I assume you had to go through, right?
Well, yeah, some of it. You know, when I first became a billionaire, you know what I did? I bought a new Chevy Tahoe.
Hell yeah.
Was it nice, though? It was loaded.
Oh, I love it.
Fully loaded, yeah.
Yeah,
We got the massage
that
sheets.
son of a bitch is loaded. It's got
Yeah.
vibrators and
Damn.
You deserve it
back
all.
massage.
Honestly, you deserve it all. And it sounds like you're a human that a lot of people should look up to. You know, because you can have it completely fucked up, then get it right. And then when you get it right, try to do every 14 days, you're donating $1 million.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. It's $26 million a year that you're donating.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And $330 million into a golf course. Why? I would like it to be a nice golf course.
Yeah.
Like, people don't do that. Everybody cuts corners on shit. It feels like whenever you guys get a bunch of money, you find ways to cut corners and so you can get more money. It doesn't sound like that's how you operate. I respect
No.
that.
But I'll tell you one thing different about this golf club is, you know, a lot of golf courses have a lot of rules, right? This rule, that rule. We have one rule, just one rule, and the one rule is no member shall interfere with the good time of another member. That is it. You comply with that. You do whatever in the hell you want. Yeah. You want to play 10 guys on a tee? Do it. You want to play, you know, in hot pants? Christ help us all. Do it. Right?
But play efficiently. Let's not take up
Awesome.
forever. Let's not affect anybody else's good time that's potentially in the group behind you.
Yeah, but you see, the way our course is, you know, we don't even – if somebody's playing slow and a group's coming up in back of them, and at our club – rarely is there anybody in front of you or in back of you.
Jesus.
Because
Okay.
we have a very low membership.
Perfect.
And so we
You're
just
living
handle
the
it.
dream, Bob.
We just handle it.
Sounds like heaven.
Bob, you were living the dream. Chuck Pagano has a
200?
question
How
for
many
you.
members do you have, Bob, over there?
I have 160. Some are international, most are national, and most are not there.
And what would it cost a guy to, like, join your club?
The downstroke is initiation fee $750,000, and the dues are $75,000 a year.
That's awesome.
Reasonable.
So what do I get? I
You
pay
get-
$750,000. What, I just show up anytime and play golf?
Yeah.
How's the
whatever
chef? We got a good chef over there, I assume.
There you go.
Food's amazing. Is this where you hang out all day? You hang out at your club all day? I would, I think, right?
No, you know, I mostly am running my businesses during the day.
You're still hands-on everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your favorite part of it? Waking up, trying to figure out how to get better? Is that still something you do?
You know, my favorite part of it is PXG right now. And I always call in my businesses, right, the one that needs the most attention, that's where the war's being fought. and the war's being fought at PXG, and baby, this Marine's in the trenches pulling the trigger.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Bob, when did you really realize that, like, the clubs were going to take off? Because it kind of seemed, like, when I was a lot younger, it was either, ping irons or whatever. But then there was, like, a certain point where it's like, everyone was playing PXG clubs, and that was kind of like, if you actually played golf, like, you wanted a new set of PXG bats. Like, when did that actually happen and you realized, like, oh, shit, everybody wants these?
One day in 2015, the guys called me, the engineers, and they said, Bobby, we had a breakthrough. And what a breakthrough it was. We came up with this idea of a cavity filled under the right circumstances and the right pressures and so forth with this plastic elastomer. And
Of course.
And what it enabled us to do, which we still do to this day, and very few people know it, we have the thinnest face in golf. Nobody's face at our club is as thin as
So what's
ours.
what's that help with?
And what that enables us to do is the spring effect, right? And also it is more accurate. The ball goes further, and it feels like hot butter. I mean, it feels like butter on a hot biscuit.
Oh,
Yeah,
love that. Where are you
and-
from originally?
Baltimore.
Is that the accent I'm hearing? A little Baltimore accent? Why be less when you can be more?
I would guess.
You still live there or live out here?
I've been here since I think 95 or 96.
I think I did some research on you. I think psychedelics not a big problem. We just talked to Aaron Rodgers. He's going into a 4-day darkness retreat starting
Next Thursday.
next Thursday
right.
or next week or whatever, to hopefully release some of the DMT in his brain to help him discover himself and learn more about himself. I think whenever I was Googling about you, because I'm so fascinated by you, you're an American dream story, Bob. Just I assume that you don't really take much time to think about that, but you are. You're an inspiration for a lot of us that hope to do the same. But whenever you think something that's a little bit outside the box, as opposed to what everybody assumes that people like you think about, it's a big deal. Is that a true thing that I looked up? Is that real? You're not scared to kind of dabble in some things if it's going to make you a better person?
No, not at all. Here's the deal, Pat. When I got to my unit in Vietnam, the 26 Marines, they had been there for 3 years. The senior guy in my squad, which they operate on a 10, 12 guy squad level, the senior guy had been there 6 weeks. Everybody else left on a stretcher or in a bag.
Yeah.
And I seen my first combat. I wasn't with them 4 hours, and one of our guys got hurt horrifically. And I was combat the next night. I carried a guy 1.5 miles to a medevac point, and on and on. And I lasted a month. And I hit a tripwire while I was walking on the point team. And that pretty well jacked up my legs, and I didn't go back into combat. But when I got home, I had PTSD to beat the band. I was a completely different guy. I didn't want to be around people. I felt like any group I was near, I felt like I didn't belong, or that I wanted to belong. I had a flash temper, depressed most of the time. When I was alone, I'd cry a lot. And actually, that probably worked towards me being successful, because I buried myself in my work, and that kept me going more than anything. In 2018, my wife hooked me up with, after reading Michael Pollan's book, How to Change Your Mind.
Yeah.
Guys
Now a
that
documentary on Netflix.
Travel around and help vets with psychedelics. And I met with them, and in 4 days, the first day I took ayahuasca.
How was it?
It was this nastiest shit you ever put in your mouth.
Yeah, you're puking, I heard, right? As soon as it gets in there, I heard you're puking.
And second, your head spins around a lot. The second day was the second day it was mushrooms. And a guy,
I've had a good time on that.
One guy made a pot of mushroom tea, psilocybin, and he said, Bob, I made it strong, so you only need 1 cup. It's a 3-cup pot. So I drank all 3 cups, and I swear to Christ, I ate the tea bags.
Give it to me.
And I mean, I was sailing.
Yeah. So ayahuasca night 1, mushrooms.
Yes. Then I
tea.
took the next day off, and I went and played 9 holes of golf with my wife. And I mean, it was like all the plants knew I was there. And, you know, when I was putting on the green, it was like the green said, hit it here, Bobby, and it went right in. I've never putted like that since.
Wow.
And then the last day,
Hell yeah.
it was LSD.
Here we go.
And then after that, I was a different guy. People couldn't believe the change in me. They said, man, what happened? He's so nice. He says he compliments you. He doesn't lose his temper. On and on and on. And it had been, at that time, it had been 48 years for me since the war. And I finally came home.
Hey,
Jeez.
Wow.
hell yeah.
Let's go.
Unbelievable.
Hell yeah, Bob. And what you're saying is a big deal. Because of who you are in society, people are going to listen to that because you've had success. Everybody wants to have success. Here's a man that's had it. And that is something I think over the last couple of years has been viewed much differently than maybe it would have been 10 years ago for what you just said. And I hope it becomes a more easily accessible thing for our military with PTSD and
Well, we're
rehabilitation.
very close to having MDMA.
Are you in that? Are you in that
approved-
process?
Approved, yeah. We probably donated $12-15 million to help get this stuff done.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I don't invest in it, and I really have a lot of respect for the people that do. But the reason I don't invest in it is, first, I don't need the money, and second, since I'm like a poster boy for PTSD and that sort of thing, I feel as though if I don't invest in it, it gives me more credibility.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, your story is worth more than any investment that
Yeah,
you could get on the other side.
so there you go.
What's next? You got anything else? You're saving the world, making golf clubs better than they've ever been made before,
What?
selling motorcycles, being an inspiration to a lot of people. What's next?
I got a book coming out
Here you go. You write it?
that steps through all this stuff.
You wrote it?
I dictated it with a ghostwriter.
Okay, so I heard this story, I think, through BA, maybe Bruce Arians wrote a book.
Yeah.
Where somebody comes in, you sit down, it's like a 3 to 4 hour interview pretty much. They take it away, they write, they bring it back to you, then you do another sit down. Is that how it goes?
Well, not exactly. I mean, we've done weeks of talking, and we're coming around a far turn. Next month we'll have the first draft.
Here we go.
Then we'll make our changes, and then we'll look at it again. And then it'll go to a story editor. Then it'll go to a King's English editor, and then we'll put
It's
a
an easy
name
process,
on it.
easy process.
Simple.
Yeah.
What's the name going to be? Hi, I'm Bob Parsons.
No, I think we're going to call it Fire in the Hole.
Oh! You know what's next after that? Probably some whiskey.
What?
Fire in the hole whiskey.
What?
You know, fire in the hole beer.
What?
Connor has a question for you, Bob.
Yeah, Mr. Parsons, after everything with, the golf course, how did the waste management and getting people there for, like tour events happen?
What?
He said Arizona's become a home for golf.
Yeah.
Have you been a part of that whole build out, and how have you been able to feel it, especially with how big this waste management tournament has become in the PGA?
Well,
space?
I haven't done much with waste management, although I will tell you it is incredibly good for Scottsdale, Phoenix, Arizona. Incredibly good. And that is at Scottsdale National. That's our busiest time of year. Mm-hmm. And a lot of our members are all over there. But, I'm...
Golf's huge out
I would only go over there if I was chasing women. And I'm 72 years old, married to a lovely woman, and she's violent when she's disappointed. So I don't go out much.
We got to get her some ayahuasca, mushrooms, LSD.
Well, you tell her.
No. I'm not telling the boss's boss anything. AQ has a question for you. This will be the last one, Bob. He lives out here full time.
I live here. I live in Phoenix. I live in Arcadia. I've played your course a handful of times. Can you tell the story? Because every time I go there, I get is it the mine shaft? Is that what we call it?
Mine shaft bunker.
Yeah. Tell these guys, because I've been talking about it. Tell these guys why does it keep getting deeper every time I go in it?
What happened? I've never heard this story.
Well, here's the deal. We have this bunker that is 17 feet deep and about as wide as a coffin. All right, and it's on a par 5. So on the opposite side, if you run through the green. And so what happened was I redid redid the hole because it wasn't very good. And when I first
$330 million. This hole kind of stinks.
yeah, there you go. So anyhow, I put that bunker there to keep guys from going for it. Right? And so I'm playing it the first time, and it's about 6 or 8 feet deep. My wife gets in it, and she gets up and down. First thing I did was call the architect and say, take it down 5 more feet. And so now we're at 17 feet.
I love it.
This is it right here. You're not getting out of that. You might as well hit it OB. You're done for.
Well, what you got to do is re-hit. Take a drop and re-hit.
Yeah. You're not getting out of here ever.
Well, I
What's
haven't
course
seen too
record?
many
Who has it?
people. Huh?
Do you know who has course record?
For what?
Lowest score, 18 holes.
No, I don't care.
All right, everybody's a member there that is any good at golf. You've done great. You're an inspiration to everybody, especially after learning your story even more here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us, boss.
Well, it's my pleasure, Pat. My pleasure entirely. And to meet you guys, you're like the jury.
Yeah.
And I'm an innocent man.
Hey, listen, whatever type of guilty conscience you got, boss, you just go ahead and move on with, because you've done so much good for our society and for everything you've touched. Congratulations on all the success, and thank you.
Pat, I sure appreciate it.
Hey, I'm going to play with some PXG clubs, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love to.
That new buttery smooth one sounds good. I play out in that Tahoe thing now. This guy's been playing there. How many years you been to Tahoe?
Yeah, probably 12, 13 years, yeah.
I'm going out there for
Not
my
a good golfer at all, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll ruin your sticks. You know what I mean? I don't want to ruin your club.
Yeah, a lot of times, you see, I'm not a great golfer either. One of my favorite things is I'm either going to need to pick it up or sue myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Parsons.
Yeah, Bob!
Appreciate you, man. Hell yeah.
Watch out, that chair's all over the place. Thank you very much. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
Great to meet you, sir.
Heads up. There you go.
Good to meet you, Bob. Yeah, thank you.
Honor. Nice to meet you.
Hell yeah. Can I get a selfie with you, Bob?
It's a seat again.
Stop farting, AJ.
I know. This seat is crazy.
Hey, you've done good, sir.
I knew my voice wasn't going to work
Thank
on
you.
that one.
Hey, real quick. That's an American dream story. Right there.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Did I know that whenever he sat down? All that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That's fucking unbelievable. Chuck, we need those guys.
Unbelievable. And the money he's given back, $1 million every 14 days. Unbelievable.
26 mil a year. I mean, granted, what is that to a guy that's worth whatever? It's like, well, how much are you giving?
Yeah.
What's the percentage you're giving out there?
exactly,
He doesn't have to do that
exactly,
at all.
no.
He could disappear, have his accountants figure out how to get tax exempt purposes,
Yes.
which is literally what those people do.
Yeah, none of those guys left. There aren't.
There isn't.
No.
I mean, he should be talked about more.
Went to Vietnam.
Guy's in fucking Vietnam for 30 days.
Now he's a multi-billionaire.
Ran into a tripwire. I messed up my legs pretty good. I did not return to the battlefield.
What?
This guy, amazing. Baltimore accent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need that. Need more of that guy.
Absolutely. Good to know that he voices over the commercials as well. I was going to ask him, and then he started talking. I was like, oh, no, he's the fucking star of the show
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, the PXG commercial.
Yeah,
So
yep.
it's Parsons Extreme Golf is what PXG stands for.
Yep.
This dude's awesome.
The best.
Legend.
Motorcycle stores, golf clubs, and golf clubs.
What's
And
his hedge?
balls.
What's his hedge fund?
Yeah, he said he had
Oh,
hedge
yeah.
fund, too.
Probably
Can you
billions
imagine-
and billions of
Yeah,
dollars.
for sure.
You don't.
Can we ask him how much money is in that hedge fund?
Yeah, I thought I saw,
That's right.
granted, on the internet, it's never, right on the money, but I thought it was like $2 billion.
That he has under management in a hedge
Yeah,
fund?
under his own,
Yeah.
I think is like
That's how
38.
like the super rich folks just, hey, how do we get more rich with each other? There's some of those hedge funds that have like $1 trillion.
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not to the.
Hey, Bob, great work, dude. We've just been talking about how awesome you are for the last. That hedge fund, you and a couple other rich folks, or how does that come together? Oh, so it's your
Jeez.
investment fund, kind of?
Oil and gas.
Yeah, all right, respect, Bob.
Yes.
Old school. All right,
That's right.
appreciate you, Bob.
Genius.
See you, man.